Hi, friends. It's Dr. Shawna, unlicensed sex therapist, and also your friend. First, let me say thank you to all the wonderful wishes of support and love that I have received in the last 24 hours. I'm totally overwhelmed. I feel very grateful. I feel very thankful. Um, I'm amazed at how many of you have either survived and got through or are currently living with severe vertigo. Um, I'm sorry that you are having to live through that, but I'm also so grateful to know that other people are living with it and not completely debilitated. Um, Several of you have shared with me that you can no longer drive, which, as an independent lady, let me tell you, nothing scares me more than not being able to drive. I mean, to be a burden that way, but people live that way. I hope that I will not have to live that way. I'm doing a little better. I'm still wobbly, uh, but I did manage to drive to my doctor's appointment today, and it was okay. I think there's a little PTSD, like I think it's gonna happen again, so I'm like, panicked. So I'm trying to retrain my brain to say, hey, that was a one-time thing. It won't ever happen again. Here's hoping. Hmm? But I do. I feel stronger today. I've been getting a ton of sleep, which I think must help. Um, I've been eating good food. I've been drinking a lot of water. I'm just taking it slow because this is one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. So I'm trying not to rush back into my regular life. That being said, here I am doing my 1:30 Ask Dr. Shawna because it's important to me. And it was important to me yesterday to come on and just be raw and true, real talk. But today I actually feel up to answering a question, and I actually got a lot of great questions this week. So I do want to get to some of them. The question I want to answer today comes from, so I got to get real close to the laptop here. It comes from Natalie. And Natalie asks, how do I introduce the idea of swinging with my partner? Great question, Natalie. I feel like we should start by explaining the differences between swinging. Excuse me. I tell you, I drink a lot of bubbly water. Swinging, open relationship, polyamory. Now, I'm no expert. I have said this and I will say it again until the end of time. I don't represent any of these groups. I may define them incorrectly. As I have said, uh, correct me, to educate me. I like to be educated. I like to learn. I don't know everything. So, uh, swinging, as I understand it, is when you as a couple decide to go to a sex party, a conference, a gathering of some kind, but you are very much a couple and you fool around as a couple. And it's very casual. There's no relationship that comes from it. It is purely about a one night stand kind of sex. And you do it together. That's swinging, okay? An open relationship is where you have a partner and you've agreed that you can see other people and have other relationships, but you're still primary with this partner you have. So your relationship is open to new experiences, more than a one night stand. You can do it individually, go off on your own and come back. It's open. Polyamory is when you are completely open and free. There's a lot of terms for it, but essentially, the way I understand it, I think a lot of people disagree with me, but the way I understand it is there is not necessarily a primary and a tertiary and a secondary and all that power stuff. It's open. It's free. It's flowing. It's well, it's what you want to make of it, right? It's your rules. You make your own rules, but it's the most open of the three. Okay, so that's a nutshell. You could do a whole dissertation on the differences between the three. So, give me a break, okay? But correct me. I wanna talk about it. Real talk. Okay. So Natalie wants to know how to introduce swinging into her relationship. Now, honestly, this is probably the easiest of the three to introduce, right? Um, I don't know your situation, Natalie. I don't know who you're married to, what their deal is. So I'm flying blind here. But uh, the easiest way to introduce it, the easiest way to introduce anything into a relationship is to talk about it. It's just to bring it up, just to say, hey, honey, I have an idea. What do you think about this? And the easiest way to get an experience is to go to some kind of gathering or sex party of some kind. You can go to these events with the committed understanding to each other that you're just going to watch. You're just going to have an adventure. And nobody needs to take off their clothes. No one needs to kiss anybody else unless you want to. What I'm saying is ease into it, right? Uh, if you've never been to a sex party of any kind, it can be quite eye-opening. If you've never experienced a room full of people having sex with each other, it's quite overwhelming. So ease into it, right? Other people might want to reach out to another couple and do more of a two-on-two situation, right? A little easier than just, woo, sex party. Sometimes that's more intense, though. So it depends on what your relationship is like, Natalie. And as far as finding those groups and places and people and things, there's a lot of ways to do that. I don't know where you are writing from, okay? But if you're in the Bay Area, you're in luck, okay? Because there is a whole world of sex and kink parties out there available to you. Um, just, I mean, really, just start tapping in the browser and you're going to find stuff. Although, I should make some sort of resource page, because you can come across some quite seedy things. Um, so who's got that kind of time? I don't. But, other people have, I'm sure. Nice resources for you. So that would be my best offering to you, Natalie. First and foremost, sit down, talk about it, see if there's even any interest on your partner to do such a thing, to swing with you. And if they are interested, great. Then you can start planning something. You can start reaching out to another couple. You can start checking out your local sex parties and see if you can go to one and hang out, eat some snacks, meet some people. Maybe you make a connection with another couple. Maybe you make that connection and then you wait and you go on a special date with them, and because you don't want to have sex in front of a bunch of strangers or whatever. There's a lot of ways to do it, Natalie. So I'm excited for you, and I want to know how it goes. So please let me know. You can contact me the same way you sent this question in. So that's private, right? I mean, you use your name, so I'm assuming it's okay to use your name. You have to tell me if you don't. Okay, so, right. It's time for me to sign off, I think. I it's hard to It's hard to stare at a screen, honestly, without getting a little dizzy, so, I'm working that out. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow. This is Dr. Shawna signing off for now. Uh, Wishing you all health and happiness. Okay? Okay. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Bye.